Hey, let me say something that most men learn way too late. You don't always need a final text. You don't always need to explain. Sometimes the most powerful move you'll ever make is to leave without a single word. Not because you're bitter, not because you're trying to win, but because your energy deserves better than being drained by someone who never truly valued it. See, the modern world tells us to chase, to fix, to explain ourselves over and over until we're emotionally exhausted. But what if silence wasn't just a response, but a revolution? A moment where you stop begging to be understood and start respecting yourself. This isn't about making her regret. It's about you reclaiming your dignity. So if you're ready to go deep, not just heal, but evolve, stay with me, because I'm about to give you the mindset that flips the entire dynamic. Point 1. She doesn't deserve your last words. Keep them for yourself. You know that urge to send a final text, right? The one where you pour your heart out? It feels noble, like closure. But let me ask you something. Why are you offering your final words to someone who already showed you she's done listening? See, when you send that message, it's not for her. It's for the part of you that still wants to be seen. But guess what? The most seen you'll ever be is in your absence. When you keep your final words to yourself, you protect your story. You take back your voice. She doesn't get to be the last page. You do. Let her wander. Let her sit with that silence. Because when a man can walk away without explaining himself, it sends a louder message than any paragraph ever could. Point 2. You're not cold. You're finally warm to yourself. They'll say you're cold. They'll call you distant. But let's be real. Where was that energy when you were showing up? Where was the appreciation when you were giving, forgiving, holding space? This isn't coldness. This is self-respect. You're not shutting her out. You're finally letting yourself in. You're prioritizing your peace over her patterns. You gave chances. You showed love. And when it wasn't enough for her, you didn't break. You backed off. And that's not heartless. That's healing. Because the moment you start pouring into yourself with the same consistency you once gave her, that's when the warmth comes back. But this time, it's yours to keep. Point 3. Her confusion is not your emergency. Here's a trap men fall into. You feel the need to clarify things when she starts acting confused. When she says stuff like, "I just need time," or "I don't know what I want," you start thinking it's your job to help her figure it out. But bro, her confusion is not your emergency. It's not your responsibility to untangle the knot she tied. A woman who values you won't leave you in uncertainty. If she's unclear, it's because she's okay with losing you. And once you realize that, you stop participating in your own emotional torture. You stop responding to mixed signals with clarity. You match silence with silence. Because if she's confused, let her be. You're not a puzzle, you're peace. And peace doesn't beg to be figured out. Point 4. Stop holding doors for people who slammed theirs. Let's talk about closure. We crave it, we chase it, but here's the truth. Closure isn't something she gives you, it's something you decide. Stop holding the door open, hoping she'll walk back in. If she slammed that door on you with disrespect, ghosting, or betrayal, you don't stand there waiting. You build a wall where that door used to be. Not to block love, but to protect your worth. Because every time you peek through that door, you're inviting more damage. And for what? Someone who already made the decision to leave you out in the cold? Nah. Close the door yourself. Lock it. Then walk into the house of your own future. You don't need her to close it. You just need to stop waiting. Point 5. Don't become the man she left. Become the man she'll never reach again. You might think winning her back is proving you can be everything she wanted, but let me flip that. She left a version of you that tolerated too much. Your mission now isn't to fix that man. It's to leave him behind, let her be stuck in memory, while you're busy becoming someone she wouldn't even recognize. Hit the gym, build something that gives you purpose again, sharpen your mindset, and not for revenge, but for rebirth, so that by the time she looks over her shoulder, she doesn't see the man who begged. She sees a man who evolved, so far forward that even her apology couldn't reach him. Point 6. If she could replace you fast, she never had you deep. Look, I know it stings when she moves on fast. You gave your all, and suddenly she's laughing in someone else's Instagram story. But hear me, speed isn't depth. Just because she found someone quickly doesn't mean she replaced you emotionally. People rebound to distract, not to heal. But you're not in a race, you're in recovery. And real men heal in silence. You'll rebuild in ways her next guy will never understand. Because while she's repeating patterns, you're breaking them. You're evolving. She didn't replace you. She avoided herself. And the weight of that will hit her when your silence becomes louder than any "I miss you" she'll ever type. Point 7. She'll miss the version of you she'll never get again. Bro, she will miss you. Not now, maybe not tomorrow, but one day. She'll scroll past your name and remember how safe it felt. She'll remember your patience, your loyalty, and the day she realizes that man is gone, that's when the silence hits her. Because you didn't just leave, you evolved. You didn't just walk away. You closed the door to a version of yourself who would have waited. Let her miss you. Let her carry that. Because the man you're becoming, he's no longer waiting to be loved right. He's already loving himself enough not to go back. Lastly, if you felt this, it's because you're done being the one who chases. You're ready to be the one who walks quietly, but never returns. Because real power isn't loud, it's silent. And when you master that, you become unforgettable.